fine, but a helicopter, an hour or something.
Shit will kill you.
I sense the panic.
That's not like, oh, an ant's on me, you have an hour or something.
Yeah.
A goddamn rattlesnake will kill you.
Yeah, I don't talk about like my origins or anything, but I'll just say that my father grew up in a basically a jungle environment, and like where he grew up just had a lot of shit that would kill you at the drop of a hat, like hairy caterpillars. Like he one time touched one, and then he had a fever for a week. He like in the pond that they would bathe in, like there's piranhas. Like he had a piranha just like take out a piece of his gut. Like just like things like he was in the jungle, like as a kid growing up. Everything wants to kill you.
Yeah, worms that crawl up your penis.
Oh yeah, have you heard? No, you should not look up some of these stuff.
So you watch Planet Earth, you learn some shit.
So growing up, I heard all these sorts of things, like different. Did any of you guys that grew up not in America at all, or like both?
Larry's got the interesting stories. You got any stories from where you grew up a little bit?
Oh, where'd you grow up?
A little bit. When I was 12 to 15, I lived in St. Martin.
Okay.
French, Dutch, Caribbean island.
Did you ever learn to speak French, or?
No, I was stubborn. I was an idiot. I never learned. I thought French was corny. And
well, we had to take French. So we had to take French in in Canada. So my first French teacher, dude, I hated her because she just had this like stuck-up attitude, and every time you mispronounce something, like she would just get so mad. So I swore it off, and then as a result, I actually did terrible in French like all throughout my education. So I just
call her out. What's her name? She ruined your whole career.
I can't even remember. I just remember my mom came to the school because like she made me sit outside because I continued to talk or whatever, and my mom yelled at her, and I was just like, yeah, you damn right. But yeah, okay, so St. Martin, and then it's largely French speaking, or do they also speak English, or were you shit out a lot?
Shit out of luck, especially the part I was living. I lived around the water in one of the more residential areas, not in like a touristy resort area.
Sure.
So all of my friends spoke maybe 10 words of English, and it went on like 2-3 years.
Is there any critters out there? There's gotta be something scary. Sharks or something.
What was there? Tons of ants.
Yeah.
And
like army ants, the ones, or just like big old ants.
Just like army ants, red ants.
Yeah.
And what else? And then the water. So I was in the water every day, and then you do have to worry about like barracudas.
Oh yeah. Dude, yeah, no, yeah. Because people, you know what, like here, like kind of in the West, we always hear like people talk about like, oh, like nature's so tranquil, so this and that, and I'd hear all these stories from my father, like growing up, which made me like not fear anything else. Like, cause he's like I would play outside with my brother all the time, and he's like, you're fine. Like, you could go, we would go to like the local ravine. He's like, nothing's gonna try and kill you. You're fine. And he would like list off 20 different things that would want to kill you in the jungle. Like, I think some people don't realize that. Like, yeah, you go in the water, you might go in the water, and you might not make it out alive. You know, it's just one of those things. You never got attacked by like any animal or anything like that? Like how long have you lived there for?
I lived there for like 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
And the worst thing I got when I was there was an infection. I was on the dock, I got cut, I got staph infection.
Yeah,
I could have lost my arm if I didn't.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
Where would Larry be if that happened?
Yeah,
I was still one arm though. Yeah,
one jack.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's crazy because Mike, I feel you go to like the worst possible scenario where you said the worms that crawl up like your penis, which like is it
Planet Earth 2 or some shit just came out. I was watching some weird stuff.
Yeah, I think it's the worst. You guys, I'm sure, like in New York, like in California, you got like science centers and stuff where you could go to. Those are the worst for kids because they had this whole section on diseases.
Yeah,
and they like. I'm just gonna say one of them. And I don't know if you guys will get grossed out. I forget what they're called, what type of fly, but like it's some type of shit that could grow in your skin.
Yeah.
They pop out.
Dude, I'm out. Like I'd rather take on a lion that's ravenous than have that shit in my skin like any day of the week.
Yeah, I agree. That's the same thing though. You go on like WebMD and you're just like,
oh, you should. You ever sick and you're like, well, I've never had this cough before. Let me Google it. And like, you do WebMD and think you're dying. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all. So you never had anything like super crazy happen to you out there? Just like that staph infection.
I was chased down by a stray dog. There's all that stray dogs over there, and that's pretty terrifying.
Yeah. Especially when you're gonna say
when you're like 13,
yeah,
you don't know what to do.
Even now, I mean, shit. If a German Shepherd comes out, I'm not happy about that.
Dude, those things are trained to kill.
Yeah, like big dogs.
Have you guys ever heard of? I think it's called. No, it definitely is called that. A Caucasian Shepherd. They're like the biggest dog I think in the world. So we got what's a big dog? There's like a Saint Bernard or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like big dogs. Dude, this thing is 200 pounds. It's 80% Larry.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the real deal. Where the thing, like, if you all you gotta do is Google it, Caucasian or Georgian Shepherd. It's called. It's massive. Like, it's the biggest. You can't even get them here in the West because I think it's like A, it's illegal, or like B, they're so big that like this house, it would tear up everything in this.